Good morning. My name is Chavez Chima and I'm the founder of One Stop Borneo Wildlife. It's a local wildlife organization. We are doing wildlife surveys, wildlife rescues. We're also building community tourism projects to empower local people out of poverty and let them enter the world of tourism. So I am currently based in Sabah, Malaysia. So in Sabah, ecotourism is a very big industry. Some of the more popular destinations you might have heard of are Danam Valley, the Kinabatangan, Kinabalu National Park. I believe ecotourism in Sabah is pretty good, especially related to nature and wildlife. Bird watching is booming, mammal watching is doing great, even now frog watching and so on. I believe ecotourism, I believe there are issues in Sabah, like any other place on Borneo. There are logging issues, there are poaching issues. But what I like about Sabah is that there are a lot of tour operators out there, ecotourism operators, who are doing a lot of good practices, such as, for example, in the Kinabatangan River, I know some of the operators use electric boat engines, so when they do a river cruise or bird watching, it does not really make too much noise or a big noise pollution, so they can observe the birds peacefully. So I think that's one of the better initiatives they have done. And some of the mammal watching groups, they know that if you have too many people on one group or using white lights at night to look for mammals, it hurts their eyes. So I've seen people use only red lights, for example, because it does not hurt their eyes so much. So these are some of the good practices which I have seen. Some of the bad practices which I have seen though are bird watching, bird calling. People calling birds using playback recorders. I think this is a terrible thing. You're disturbing their ecology and you're disturbing the birds in general. This will affect their breeding cycle and put a lot of immense stress on them. Another thing which I've seen which is not very good is misuse of drones. People have used drones to look for wildlife and it actually has negatively affected them because they got too close for comfort. So what is the project? What I have kickstarted, what is my contribution back? So first of all, I'm not a very big fan of ecotourism, the idea, the word ecotourism, because I will further get into detail why, perhaps if we ever meet, but I think it's an overused term. So we have created a term called conservation tourism. So what we do is we bring out people, on our trips. So our project is called Plant for Borneo Elephants. We are planting trees in a wildlife corridor in Tawau. So we bring in tourists, we do elephant safaris. The next day we plant trees in this corridor which is connecting two national parks. So we use the profit to buy trees. We use the profit to hire local people to do this nursery, to grow these trees. We hire local people as drivers, as guides, as chefs. So we basically using tourist money to build this wildlife corridor, protect elephants, and the tourists also act as eco rangers, basically free patrolling. How much can a ranger do? So we are acting as free rangers, creating jobs, giving back to the plantation. We're trying to tell plantation owners in Sabah that their elephants are an asset, because elephants at the moment are considered a nuisance. A lot of plantations kill them sometimes, because they destroy their crops. So we're trying to tell plantation owners that elephants are an asset. You can make money out of it. So this is what I call conservation tourism: saving the environment, saving the animals, helping the economy through tourism.